Listen, motherhood is freaking messy, business is completely wild, and somewhere between the school runs, the sleepless nights, good Lord help us all, and chasing our own dreams, we're all asking, where's the fucking village? I'm Andrea Augustinucci, brand strategist and mom of two amazing kids, and the creative force behind Brand Embodied Agency. This podcast is where we'll strip away the highlight reels of life, dive into the real conversations about motherhood, entrepreneurship, and the beautiful chaos in between. You'll hear raw stories, real strategies, and honest conversations with women who aren't afraid to tell you the actual truth about what it takes to raise babies and build empires, because I have a secret, it's possible to do both. Here, we're not just asking where's the village, we're rebuilding it. Let's fucking go. Hey mama, welcome to Where's the Fucking Village. I cannot be more excited for our very first episode because this has literally been in the making for 3 years. And what I mean by that is it has been placed on my heart for more than 3 years to do a podcast, and nothing landed. Nothing landed. I was like, oh, I could talk about this forever. Is that it? No. Oh, let me talk about this piece of my business. Is that it for a podcast? No. Maybe I'll do something with my husband. No. And then the other night, I was laying in bed thinking about all the things that we had to do the next day. And I was like, Jesus, where's the village? Where's the fucking village, people? I was promised a village. It's not here. So I thought to myself, like the second that came out in my head, I was like, oh my God, that's it for a podcast. And I got so excited the next day. I woke up, I literally created all the art for it. I launched my YouTube channel, like all the things happened so quickly. And I posted about it and people are excited about it because I know that I am not alone in this feeling. There are so many of us that feel so alone in motherhood. And I know, at least in my generation, the way we grew up in the 80s and 90s, we had a fucking village. Family was always around. The neighbors were always around. And it is such a different world. We have never been more connected and more separate in our entire lives, in my opinion. Social media is an amazing way to stay in touch with people. And it's such a surface level connection that it's not doing it for us. And my question truly is, where's the fucking village? And since I can't seem to find it, I'm like, let's create it. So what this podcast isn't, this is not a bitch fest. I'm not going to come on here. I mean, maybe once in a while. I can't promise I won't bitch, but we are not here to bring our energy levels down. We are not here to talk shit about anybody or anything or any situation. This is truly what I envision is a movement happening. I see this collective coming together to help each other, to support each other, to see each other, to validate each other, and to know that we actually are not alone. Because yes, motherhood can be so lonely at times, and I don't want you to feel that way ever again. So not only is this all about motherhood and being an entrepreneur, this is also about sisterhood and creating what we all are missing. There is a book called The Red Tent that my late mother-in-law had gifted me, or lent me, I should say, to read when I was, I think still, maybe it was like high school or college. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Andrea Augustinucci. I am a brand strategist. I own Brand Embodied Agency. I'm a mom of two. My son is almost 7 and my daughter is 9 months old. And I'm married to my high school sweetheart who I just still fucking love to this day. And we are so blessed in so many ways. And, one of the greatest losses my husband and I have both endured in our lives, obviously it's a bigger impact for him, was the loss of his mom. We were together, gosh, I don't know. I'm terrible at mental math, people. It was 2016. We started dating in 2005. So what is that, 9 years when she passed away? Is that right? No, I don't know. Somebody check me. Whatever. It's 2025, people. I can't do math. And when she passed away, but before she did, she actually was telling me about the book, The Red Tent. And the premise of this book, which I still have not read to this date, but I reference often, I should probably read the damn book, is the sense of when women were on their menstrual cycle, they would all enter a red tent. And there was such a community there. This is where like all wisdom was shared between women during their menstruation. And There is none of that. There is no talk about any of that, or at least there hasn't been for a long time. And I really feel this pull coming from our generation of women who are like, this is not the way it should be. Let's get back on track. Let's reconnect and let's create what we have been missing or recreate what we grew up with. So, my intention for this podcast is truly to make connections, to have real raw stories so you're not feeling alone, and also bring other mom entrepreneurs onto the podcast who are doing the damn thing, who are building the empires, who are also super involved in their kids' lives and how they do it and how it started and where can they still grow, and just learning from each other as much as we can. I want the podcast to be the launching point, the launching place, the launching pad for actual connection to happen on such a broad spectrum, that we are literally connecting with women and moms across the world. And I truly see this being a movement. I truly see this being a movement. So, the other thing I'll say is that if this again speaks to you, feel free to share this with your mom entrepreneur friends who might want to get in on this conversation. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to keep it spicy. We are basically going to talk about the shit nobody talks about. So, that's going to be a lot of hot topics. If you are triggered at any point, I want you to actually check yourself and see where that's coming from, because it's likely coming up for a reason, either to heal that piece of you, to work through something further, or there's more in that trigger for you to really dissect and think about and feel into that will help liberate you more than where you're at right now. So please note that it is never my intention to rock the boat or stir things up inside of you. But if you are feeling that way, there is a reason for that. And just know that my intention here is truly to come from a place of love and authenticity and bringing the real of motherhood and entrepreneurship to you in your car, on your ride, while you're nursing, whatever you're doing, and make this fun and exciting for you more than anything. And I cannot wait to record more episodes. But first and foremost, intention setting is key. And I will say, this is something I implemented in my life probably 3 years ago. I was working with a coach and she was like, when you wake up in the morning, what's your intention for the day? And I was like, excuse me, what? I'm sorry. My intention for the day is like surviving. It wasn't even something I had given any thought to. And then when I did, I was like, holy shit, my whole day is different when I wake up and my eyes open. I don't care if it's because of my child or it's because of an alarm clock or if it's because by some grace of God, I got to wake up on my own. I think to myself, like, what's my intention for the day? And just taking those 30 seconds, those 10 seconds to actually set an intention has shifted everything for me. So whether that's something to get done, quality time with people that you love, whatever it might be, I really want you to think about that and apply that in your life. And that's why I wanted to start this podcast off with intention setting as well for this podcast. So you know what you're getting into and what to expect along the way as these episodes evolve and change, as we create, as we get to collaborate and help support each other in our motherhood and entrepreneur journey. And I'm so excited you guys are here. So check out episode 2. More to come next. Talk to you soon. You've been listening to Where's the Fucking Village, the podcast for moms raising babies and building empires. You were never meant to do this alone.